Roboku hype train is fucking real right now. Like, this nigga just made a play that completely changed the tide of not only this battlefield, but possibly the whole entire war. Like, you've even got Moten contemplating whether this war is even worth fighting anymore. The true deciding moment is gonna be when we see Osen's reaction to this, and how he responds to his left-hand man being completely slain on the first day, cause as it's been said many times during this series, Osen doesn't fight a battle that he can't win. So is this the moment where we see Osen turn around and go home, or does he still think he can win this? I want to quickly talk about the preparations of this move Roboku just made. He discussed this with his commanders ages ago, and the thing that I think is even more impressive about this setup is that it wasn't like he already knew Osen would be on the left side, so it's not like he wanted to specifically counter that and go to the left side as well. That wasn't the case. He didn't make this plan to counter something Osen would do. When he made this plan, he was fully prepared and committed to go wherever he needed to go. Like, it just so happens that Mako was the victim this time. But if, for example, Osen had decided to make a play using Arko on the right side, Arko would be the one dead. If Osen had decided that instead of sending Mako to the left, he would go there himself to raise morale, then it would be Osen's head rolling down that hill. Roboku is waiting to go to whichever battlefield he needed to go to at any given time, and that's what impresses me about this move. Like, that's what makes Roboku so dangerous in my opinion. Like, I'm personally someone who doesn't know anything about history spoilers or anything like that. Actually, apart from one that I accidentally read on Discord once, but I won't talk about that now obviously. But yeah, as someone who doesn't know any history spoilers in terms of how wars end and when people die, it's so fucking entertaining to read through a war like this where there are twists and turns, big reveals, new characters and tribes seemingly every other chapter. Like, just look at this. We're in a war between Osen and Roboku. We knew this shit was gonna be fucking epic, but in no universe did I ever expect things to be this epic. And this is still the first day of war. We've still got so many commanders, so many battlefields, so many objectives to accomplish before this war even begins to draw to an end. Well, that is assuming that Osen doesn't decide to run right now. But honestly though, this chapter was greatness. Wait, hold up, Shin. Where the fuck are you going? Like, at the end of this chapter, Shin just decided to take off in pursuit of Roboku. Like, this nigga must have some sort of death wish. Like, Shin, I know Kyokai's a god, believe me I do, but even she can't defend you against a whole army, bro. But nah, for real though, I'm really looking forward to seeing where the end of this chapter actually leads to. Like, whether or not Shin actually does end up running into Roboku, or whether he gets intercepted midway, like him and just a handful of his unit are just charging head on into unknown waters, so it's bound to be interesting no matter what happens. I mean, I really wish that he did give Ten a little time to think about a strategy for what to do, instead of just running out there by himself, but I'm sure she can come up with something on the way, right? Hopefully. But yeah, overall I'm going to give this chapter an 8 out of 10. It was a really good chapter, but it was more of an aftermath kind of thing as opposed to progressing the plot. Like, it was showing us the reactions and the results of Roboku's actions in the last chapters. So yeah, there's not really much to talk about other than the Roboku hype right now. Like, at one point I thought Mallozo actually translated a couple of the panels in this chapter. I think it said something along the lines of, everyone's been shaking in their boots about Osen this, Osen that, but the really insane guy was on our side all along. Like, that just screams Mallozo to me. Like, I'm pretty sure he said those exact words to me at some point in time during this war. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this chapter in the comment section down below. Like the video if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already for more of that kingdom greatness. And I'll see you guys in the next video. 1.